the breath. I reclaim my soul. Stepping into the energy of all of you, not just the feminine parts, not just the masculine parts, but both. Your wholeness, your sovereignty. Taking that deep breath. Finally, I recall who I am. I remember who I am. I remember my purpose. I know that I am a soul. I am a spirit. Having a human experience. Someone may be called to do breath work. Breath work can be beneficial to us all, no matter what level we are at on our journey. The Anointed. Answer the call. Leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. You know what your gifts are. And if you don't, ask yourself. Answer the call. What's been calling out to you? What you've been drawn to? What are you ready to take lead in? What empowers you? I can tell you right now what I'm answering. I'm answering the call of being a divine guide of light back to source within. I'm taking leadership of my creativity, leadership of my life, what empowers me, but also leadership in my healing and empowerment in my healing. But also what empowers me is healing, helping others heal, helping others remember who they are, know who they are, get back to themselves, know that they are spiritually gifted and how to use their gifts. What empowers me? Being the light in the dark, being a source of unconditional love and compassion, being someone who shows up for whomever needs somebody to show up. Answer the call. I've been being called to go into hospice since, since 2021. Now is the time. Our Lady of Divine Direction. $35 is 8. 8 is prosperity, abundance, infinite energy. So whatever you're being called to do, you're being divinely guided, divinely directed, but also it'll be divinely abundant. No, everything isn't about money, but we live in a realm where money is required for certain things. And it's okay for us to have money. Money is energy. Everything is energy. You've been divinely directed to reclaim your soul. Answer the call. Take leadership. Remember your soul gifts. Just before reacting, just before repeating a pattern of hurting, being hurt, just stop. Take deep breaths. 3 of them. 3 deep breaths. Return to your heart. Reclaim your soul. Then open your eyes, more anchored to how love might lead you. It is through the breath that we can experience a new embrace, so that what comes next isn't from the ego alone. It is also from the heart of who we are. It is straight from the soul. Take 3 intentional breaths right now to reclaim your soul. You're being called to deeply trust the call that you've been hearing, to lead, to lead, to lead. The path you're here to pave has not been walked the way you'll walk it. And as with all ancient initiates, healers, visionaries, creatives, and leaders, you're just one magnificent thread in the tapestry of life. So go your own way. Trust the road that beckons you forth, and always be held from within. How are you being called to step forward and lead? I can tell you, I'm being called to step forward to lead. I already said it, to help others, guide others back to themselves. But writing. I have Neptune in the third house. I actually have a stellium in the third house, about 5 planets, but I have Neptune in the third house. I have Chiron in Gemini. So writing is extremely healing for me. I'm taking leadership in the healing element in writing. At first I thought it was giving oracle readings, but then I don't know, I woke up one day and I was told to get these decks and to journal with them, with the collective, and we are here. And I just keep getting downloads to do different playlists, different journaling sessions. And so I have surrendered, and I'm going with it. I am guiding you, my child, and I ask you to trust me. Recently you had, or soon you will have, a sudden change in direction in a matter that perhaps surprises you. Do not resist this. Allow my hand to guide the course of your life direction. I have foreseen the pitfall that you can easily avoid while still reaching your destination. Pray to me and trust, and together we shall journey on towards the goal. This is exactly the energy that I'm in. Every download I get, I write it down. Every project I'm guided to start, I start. If I don't have it figured out, I have it figured out as things go along. Our Lady of Divine Direction arises when you are pursuing a path and there is going to be a nudge in a different direction. This is either coming soon or just happened. This oracle says to trust in that, and the reason for it will become apparent later on. It might be to build yourself spiritually, or it could be simply a timing issue. It might, however, indicate that a slightly or a very different path is actually going to help you get to where you need to go. If you have pulled Our Lady of starting over as well, then the change in direction is timely now and will probably be quite obvious in nature. Well, that doesn't relate to us. We're doing one at a time. But you need a lot of trust, because your change in direction, it may not be just materialistic. If you have been praying for a change, this oracle comes with a message. Circumstances are being set up in your life so that you can receive the new direction in the best possible way. Sometimes that will happen unexpectedly. Sometimes we need great patience while we wait. Sometimes we will need great courage to act. And that's interesting. Having the courage to act. And I believe I stated bringing in your both your masculine and feminine energies. So the feminine in us is receiving the divine guidance, receiving that wisdom, receiving the downloads, and the divine masculine in us knowing when to take action, knowing how to take action. But even if we don't know how, the masculine in us will still take the action. Because when we reclaim our soul, we'll have that balance to have the courage to take the risk. We'll have the balance to have the trust to take the risk. When we reclaim our soul, we reclaim our divine birthrights. When we reclaim our divine birthright rights, we step into the knowing that we are anointed. To kiss in Hebrew means to breathe together, to share the same breath, or spirit. The Gospel of Phillips reveals that Christ loved Mary more than all the disciples. He often kissed her on the mouth. The path your soul chose to walk is one that few have the courage to walk. And you came here for this. You're being led through this. Your soul is ancient. With every step you've taken and every body you've been planted in, you've gathered a kaleidoscope of gifts that are ready to be shown and shared. Do you have any clairs? Are you clairaudient? Claircognizant? Clairvoyant? any setback, any lesson, anything you feel like it's not working out, it's a reason for it. Maybe it's to build you stronger. Maybe it's to have you try a different route, a different path, do something different. Maybe you've been guided to do something and you feel like the market is already oversaturated. It's not necessarily true, because your energy isn't coming through doing it. You ready to go through this portal? Literally. Mother Mary's healing process and affirmation. See, sense, or feel that you are standing in a wide open space at a crossroads. There might be dust on the road and no street signs either way. Just roads going a different direction. Say this prayer out loud. Mother Mary, who loves me unconditionally, Our Lady of Divine Direction, guide me on my path now. I gracefully accept any changes in direction that help me fulfill my divine destiny. Please bless me with trust and courage. Protect me with your grace. Imagine that you step into the center of the crossroads with your eyes closed. You sense a loving hand at your back, the gentle fragrance of roses, and you know the Divine Mother is with you. Allow her to turn to you. Allow her to turn you, nudge you gently, take your hand and walk with you. Even though you may not know what direction you're moving. She may even just stand still with you. Allow whatever needs to be, to be. Be with her for as long as you need. When you are ready, complete your healing process with the following affirmation. The Divine Mother Mary directs me along the truest and best path for my divine fulfillment and service to the greater good now. With her blessings and grace, I have the courage and trust I need to accept this direction and flow. I follow it faithfully. So be it. The Divine Mother Mary directs me along the truest and best path for my divine fulfillment and service to the greater good now. With her blessings and grace, I have the courage and trust I need to accept this direction and flow. I follow it faithfully, so be it. The Divine Mother Mary directs me along the truest and best path for my divine fulfillment and service to the greater good now. With her blessing and grace, I have the courage and trust I need to accept this direction and follow it faithfully. So be it. When you reclaim your soul, reclaim all of you, balance the divine masculine and divine feminine in you, then it can happen outside of you as well. But first and foremost, I can't even talk. First and foremost, the most important relationship we have is the one that we have with ourselves. You know you're ready. Stop playing. You know what you need to do. Maybe you need to answer the call to what you're capable of doing. Wherever this portal is going, it's for your greater good. You just have to have the trust to go through it. The courage. Oops, sorry. Appreciate you for taking the time for yourself, showing up for yourself, following your intuition. I do hope this was beneficial. Blessings, blessings, blessings. And it's no longer the time to be afraid of ourselves. Now it's the time to embrace ourselves, to embrace our divinity, to embrace our knowing, to embrace all of us. Not to only know that we are spiritually gifted, but to utilize our gifts. Maybe you feel like maybe you feel like you go places and you feel like a spiritual punching bag, meaning like no matter where you go or what you do, it's always odds, right? Forces against you. Maybe your energy and your light is needed to be in that darkness to change the alchemy. Because it's simply by you being there, it changes the frequency. But not only do it change just the frequency, it elevates you spiritually. Makes your aura strong, your mind stronger.